To apply the lumbar roll technique, place the patient in a side-lying position with a restricted side up. Position the patient as close to the edge of the table as possible with the hips and knees flexed to 90 degrees. Provide a pillow for the patient to hold that can act as a physical barrier. Stand facing the patient directly over the segment to be manipulated and place the fingertips of your cephalid hand on the inferior spinous process of the restricted segment to monitor motion. Move the patient's top leg into hip flexion until just before you feel the inferior vertebral segment move. Maintain the patient's hip flexion by stabilizing the leg between your body and the treatment table and place your caudal hand on the superior spinous process to monitor motion. Passively rotate the patient's trunk backward to take up the slack until just before you feel the superior vertebral segment move. Rest your forearm on the patient's torso. Exert a downward rotational thrust toward the table with the cephalid forearm in hand, while exerting a thrust rotational force through the caudal forearm by pulling the patient's lower trunk toward your body. An alternative method is to use the caudal forearm and apply a rotation force through the patient's innominate. This patient contact is particularly useful if attempting to increase rotation at the L5-S1 segment.